Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to the NHถี่podcast, your go-to podcast for learning English and building your confidence, one conversation at a time. I'm Eric, and I'm Evan. If you're very nervous, oh my god, speaking English, hesitating to join the conversations or overthought every word before saying it, trust us, you're not alone. Oh, absolutely. Are you freeze up and mistake thinking, what if I messed up? But here's the truth. Confidence isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about speaking without fear. Exactly. And today, we're diving into how to build confidence in yourself, especially when speaking English. So here's that we cover today. What confidence actually looks like, signs that might be holding you back, and most importantly, practical ways to build self-led confidence. And we're not just talking about theory. We share real-life strategies that actually work. From shifting your mindset to small daily habits that can completely change how you feel when you speak English. So you struggle with your self-doubt or self-like confidence is something you just don't have. This episode for you. Before we dive in, we got something special for you. A free PDF guide with today key takeaways, plus comprehensive questions on grammar, rap, and confidence. That's right. And of course, we'll also be introducing a handful and intermediate level words confidence through episodes. We're talking closer class later in checklist vocabulary section, which checklist will break down meanings of how to real life conversations. Hey Evan, I'm already pumped for episode. Let's jump in. Same here, Eric. Confidence is such an important topic with so many of our listeners going to relate to this one. Alright, Evan. Before we get into the real strategies for building confidence, let's take a moment to define what confidence actually looks like. A lot of people means being fearless or going, but that is nearly the case, right? Exactly. Confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about comfortable for yourself and trusting your abilities. It's knowing that even if you make mistakes, you'll be okay. Yes. And one big trait of confidence people that's take risks. They don't have to free hold back and trying something new. Right. And if you're learning a language, there's the ones who speak up in class, even if you make mistakes. They venture outside comfort zone instead of waiting to be perfect first. And they stay optimistic, even if things don't go to plan. If they forget a word or say something wrong, they don't get stuck in embarrassment. Instead, they see it as a chance to improve. Yeah, and that whether is irrelevant. They don't let one bad experience stop them moving forward. Oh, here's another one. Confident people accept compliments instead of rejecting them. Have you ever noticed when you compliment someone in English, they immediately say, "Oh no, my English is terrible," instead of saying "thank you." Yes, and the funny thing is, they don't even realize they're doing it. But confident people, they embrace compliments instead of brushing them off, and they make a decision without overthinking. They don't hesitate too much or second guess everything they say. Right. If you're constantly hesitating before speaking English because you're afraid of making a mistake, that's something can really slow down your progress. They also set down boundaries. If something makes them comfortable, they're not afraid to be express limits. And here's an interesting one. Confident people don't pretend to be someone they're not. They don't fabricate stories and embrace others. They trust themselves. Exactly. And the last but not least, they actually listen more than speak. People assume that confident people talk all the time, but in reality, they're usually very attentive. That's the great point. And you know what? The good news is, confidence isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you can build. Now, before we talk about building confidence, let's take a moment to recognize the signs that may be holding you back. Sometimes we don't realize that our habits are making us feel less confident. Exactly. So, let's do a little self check. Have you ever caught yourself worrying too much about others think your English? Oh, that's a big one. A lot of learners hesitate to speak because they're afraid of being judged. And then there's a feeling inside this when speaking. Even simple conversations, you feel nervous or unsure. And what about avoiding eye contact? That's something many people do in feeling unsure of themselves. Yes, or speaking so quietly that others can barely hear you. If you're not sure about your words, you might naturally lower your voice. But that actually makes you sound less confident. Another one, overthinking everything. You replay conversations in your head and dwell on when you could say differently. Oh, I used to do that all the time. And let's not forget hesitate too much. It's to be constantly second guess yourself before speaking. That hesitation can stop you from improving. Absolutely. If you want to notice any of these signs yourself, don't worry. The good news is, confidence is something you can build with the right strategies, and that's exactly where we're going to focus on next. Practical ways to build self confidence in yourself. Yes, because confidence isn't something measured to wake up with one day. It's something developed through habits and mindset shifts. And the best part, anyone can do it. Exactly. So let's break it down in the practical real life strategies that our listeners can start using right away. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they feel confident before they take action. But here's the secret. You gain confidence by taking action first. Right. Instead of waiting until you feel ready to speak English fluently, start with something small. Maybe it says a simple hello to someone new, ordering coffee in English, or leaving a short voice message in English. When you start small, you build momentum. But the more you do it, the more natural it feels. And suddenly, speaking English doesn't seem an intimidating anymore. And this applies to anything in life. If you want to be more confident in public speaking, don't wait until you're on the stage. Start by speaking in front of a mirror. If you want to be confident using new words, practice them casual conversations first. Exactly. And that brings us to a big confidence killer. The belief that we need to be perfect before we can confidence. Oh yes, that's a huge problem, especially for English learner. People think I can't speak confidently because I still make grammar mistakes. But that's not true. Even native speakers make mistakes all the time. Exactly. Confidence doesn't come from perfection, it's come from progress. Instead of aiming to be world-class, focus on getting just 1% better every day. One new word today, one conversation tomorrow, and it all adds up. I love that. So, to all our listeners, stop aiming to perfection and start embracing progress. Confidence isn't about being the best, it's about being better than we were yesterday. And a big part of progress comes from how we talk to ourselves. Let's be honest, sometimes the ways we speak ourselves is just terrible. If someone else spoke to a way to speak ourselves, we probably tell them off. Oh, totally. Imagine someone saying, you never speak English fluently. You always mess up. You're not good enough. You never let a friend to talk like that. So why do we let our mindsets those things? That's why we need to flip the script. Instead of saying, I can't speak English well, say, I'm learning and improving every day. Instead of, I'm embarrassed myself, say, I'm brave enough to try. Yes, the word you use shape your confidence. So be kind to yourself, encourage yourself, and watch how your confidence grows. And one of the best ways to reinforce in that confidence is through action. Confidence doesn't grow in comfort zones. You have to push yourself, but in a way that feels imaginable. Right. This is the word control exposure confidence. It means gradually increasing your exposure to things that make you nervous at a pace that challenges you, but doesn't overwhelm you. For example, if speaking English makes you nervous, start small. Talk to yourself in English. Then move to texting a friend in English. Then try speaking in a low pressure environment, like a language exchange. Build up step by step. Yes, and the more you expose yourself to it, the more your brain learns. Hey, this isn't as scary as I thought. Okay, here's something people don't always realize. Your body language affects how confident you feel. It's not just about mindset. It's also how about you care about you physically. Oh yes, if you slouch, avoid eye contact, and keep your voice low, you naturally feel less confident. But if you're standing tall, make eye contact, and speak clearly, you automatically appear more confident. And there is science behind this. Research shows that power poses and can actually trick your brain into the feel more confident. So even you don't feel confident yet, acting confident can help train your mind. So to all the listeners, try this. Next time you're about speaking English, take a deep breath, stand tall, and smile. You'll be surprised how much it helps. And here's something it's just important. Confidence isn't just about what you do, but also about who you are surrounding yourself with. Have you ever noticed how being around certain people can either boost or kill your confidence? Oh, absolutely. If you're surrounded by people who criticize or doubt you, it's hard to feel confident. But if you're around people who encourage and support you, you're so much easier to grow. That's great. Choosing the right environment crucial. Find friends, mentors, or online communities that lift you up and push you to be better. Yes, and if you don't have support yet, be your own cheerleader. Encourage yourself until you attract the right people into your life. And part of building that confidence is learning not to take yourself too seriously. This might be one of my favorite confidence tips. Don't take mistakes too seriously. Instead of being embarrassed, laugh it off. It makes everything so much easier. Yes, when you make some mistakes, instead of thinking, oh no, and mess up, try saying, oops, that's sort of funny, and move on. And guess what? Most people don't even much mistakes, so stop overthinking them. Just keep going. Well, that wraps up our conversations on building confidence, from shifting your mindset to taking action in real life situations. We hope these strategies help you feel more comfortable and yourself in English. And I promise, it's time for the vocabulary section, where we explore some intermediate level words and phrases that we mentioned today. Charlotte, take it away. Thank Evan. Hello again, English learners. In this episode, Erin and Evan used some great terms related to confidence and personal growth. Let's break down a few of them. Alex, I gave you example how to use them in real life conversations. Conversation. Venture, meaning to step up outside comfort. Example, I decided to venture into public speaking, even this scared me at first. Really resilient, able to recover quickly from setbacks or challenges. Example, even after failing the test, she says resilience and study harder. And next one, embrace, meaning to accept something fully and if challenged or new. Example, he embraced his mistake as a part of learning process. Hesitate, meaning to pause and guess before doing something. Example, she hesitated before speaking, worry about making a mistake. Assertive, meaning expressing yourself confidence without being rude. Example, being instrument means standing up yourself while respect others. Fabricate, meaning to make up invent something isn't true. Example, he fabricates a story about he was late to class. Attentive, meaning being focused and paying close attention. Example, she always attentive in class would help her faster. Perfectionism, meaning the need to do everything perfectly, often leading to stress. Example, Perfectionism stopped him trying new things because he was afraid and failing. Overthink, meaning to analyze or worry too much about something. To example, it tend of the responses is that it just naturally. Cheerleader, meaning someone who support and encouraged you. Example, she was her cheerleader, always motivated herself to improve. That's it today for vocabulary breakdown. Thanks for sticking with me through this work. Remember, practice make perfect. So try and use them in all sentences or conversations today. Back to you, Erin and Evan. Thanks, Charlotte. That was super helpful as always. Absolutely. And now, listeners, it's time for actions. Start applying these confidence building strategies in your daily life. And don't forget, there's a free PDF guide in the episode with today's key takeaways, comprehension questions, and grammar exercises. Grab your copy from the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, subscribe, and leave us to support help you keep creating content just for you. And most importantly, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep growing.